Talk about this win today. I mean, did you kind of feel just the intensity kind of amp up in a game like this?
Yes, obviously. It's a big game. It's a big game that, I mean, it's the first time I've played 4 quarters, so it's obviously going to be amped up, but I'm excited to finish that game like that.
Pete, you won the title today. What does that mean?
What do you mean won the title?
Big Ten East.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, we still got stuff to do. That's saying we won the title is not really enough for us yet, but we're still pushing. We're still going, and we've got to finish out the right way.
What's the benefit of playing in a game like this where it's not pretty and you got to slug it out?
It's the first time that our defense and offense has played all 4 quarters, and that's a big thing for us. We needed something like that, and the way that we finished out like this is it's big for us.
You needed it going into next week, right?
Of course, yeah. It'll be something similar next week, and having something like that under our belt is perfect.
Pete, did this kind of feel like your first true test of the season, given the fact that you've had all these games that haven't gone in the fourth quarter? What did it feel like to have to play meaningful football in a fourth quarter?
You really got to trust the brotherhood. You really got to rely on the guy next to you to make a play, and that's what we did. So I'm just excited the way that our team formed, and the way they finished it was great.
Talk about Chase Young's impact on the field.
He's on the field. Is just as important as off the field. The way that he does things is the way that he handles business is different than any other way. Just having a guy like that in front of you just makes you feel more confident, play at a higher standard, and do some things like that.
How tough
and we responded, and then there were times we didn't respond. But then we came back, because there was one point in this game when you kind of felt the tide turning in their favor a little bit, and then that's when we went back on D and we got to stop. So to me, yeah, that says a lot, because they haven't done that this year. We haven't had that opportunity this year. So it's a credit to the players, and it's awesome, and I'm glad we went through it now, because I think it tells us a lot about our football team and our staff, and I'm just really proud of those guys.
How did Chase go from a really, really good player to just a ridiculously good player, do you think?
Probably, I wasn't here last year, but combination of hard work, the way he practices, and the best D-line coach in America. So it's a credit to both of those guys.
Are you about ready to dig in on Michigan? Coach said you think about Michigan and prep for him every week.
Yeah, very excited. I have, again, seen it on TV.
Yeah.
Since the day I got here, I've heard about it. I had to throw all my blue away. So I'm excited to be part of it. Very excited. I'm blessed to be part of it. I mean, college football, 11-0, playing your rival in the last game of the regular season, I can't ask for anything else, and I can't wait to be part of that.
And what that team did to Notre Dame was stunning. I assume that got your guys' attention.
I haven't really studied them as much, so I'll check it out on film before I really make any comment on that.
You mentioned when that tide was turning. What's going through your guys' head? What are the conversations on the headsets?
Well, we're just new quarterback comes in the game, kind of changed what they did. It was going to be quarterback run, quarterback run, quarterback run. So at that point in the game, you're just deciding, do we want to get more aggressive? Eventually, they're going to have to throw the ball down the field, because if you watch, they could 3 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards. How long were they going to be able to do that, right? I mean, so when you watch the clock, you watch what our offense was starting to do, you watch the score, there was a fine line between all of a sudden being really aggressive and maybe being vulnerable to a big play, or just doing some different things to try to slow it down, try to stop it, because they did a good job. I think Ricky Ronnie did a nice job when the backup came in, and we made some adjustments at the end that obviously helped us out, but it was a fine line between be super aggressive or continue to do what you're doing and be confident.
Is this a game you needed? Is this a game you needed, especially with KJ? Yep.
I guess when you get in kind of a playoff situation, going forward, to know that you can handle these difficult moments when you haven't, like in almost 3 months.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like today was just a learning lesson. For both sides of the ball, for the defense, knowing that they're gonna have to bail us out sometimes, because with a good game like this with a great team, stuff's gonna happen. Stuff unusual is gonna happen. So we're just gonna keep our poise and coming ahead. If it happens again, we know how to react.
How about your touchdown? Looked like he put that only where you could get it, like over the shoulder. Just what's going through your mind there? You're able to haul that one in.
We've been working on that play all week in practice. I remember we had the same play drawed up, me one-on-one in the slot. It was a fade against Wisconsin, and I didn't get enough width, and I kind of missed the ball. So I feel like that was a learning lesson for me and Justin. So we've been working on that in practice, and then we finally hit it in the game.
This is going to be the fourth or fifth time you've gone through this scenario, Michigan, and then the Big Ten championship after that. Just is Michigan the total and complete focus right now, and then whatever happens after that, or on one hand you got to be happy you're going back to Indianapolis, I guess. I don't know. What's your thought right now?
I mean, if we go back all the way to winter, or even when I stepped on campus, the game is all you know. You learn about it. So, I mean, all the focus is going to be there. You know, all the push-ups we do for them, all the sit-ups we do for them, all the focus is going to be there for them, not just for me and just this whole team, because they know what time it is. After we talk about the mistakes we made at Penn State, we just click right onto the team up north week.
KJ, when you have some mistakes, you have the 3 fumbles, but you still win convincingly against a top 10 team, does that in a backwards kind of way give you confidence that you guys maybe are the best team in the country, can beat anyone?
It does give us confidence because, I mean, our defense bailed us out, so we know we got a great defense, but we don't want to put them in that situation. I feel like it just showed us what we could have did to that team if we didn't have those 3 fumbles, most of all.
KJ, I think on the second drive of the game, it looked like you guys ran the same play that you scored last year against Penn State to win the game. Was that the exact same play? Down here at the goal line, 15 or so?
Oh, yeah, it was the same play. Definitely the same play. They had the same scheme, so we schemed them right back with the same play they ran last year. So.
Do you think that was going for 6?
Every time I try to get it, I try to go for 6.
What was that like when you ran onto the field for the last time today?
It was kind of emotional, but I held it together. I know my mom was emotional. She was crying. But it just felt good, you know, that I did everything I could for Buckeye Nation and still got stuff to do. But it was the best atmosphere in a long time, and I appreciate that. And, I love Buckeye Nation.
It definitely played a big role, and to come out with the win, I'm happy for them.
After the ceremonies and stuff, though, those emotions are kind of gone.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are focused?
Yeah, we're definitely focused, and the first couple snaps, we kind of want to get that big play for the seniors, and once we get going, we got going.
Chris, being down on the field, you see how excited you were catching that touchdown, but you know you don't really look it. I know you. What do you feel? I mean, just a catch like that and a big play. How does it feel?
It feels great. You know, making that play for my teammates and the seniors, and seeing they smile and have that excitement, and it's definitely a blessing.
What did you see on that play? I mean, did you see it come? Was it designed for you?
It wasn't really designed for me. We kind of ran it on both sides, and whoever had the best matchup was going to get the ball, and definitely it was to the field, and we got the right coverage, and Justin threw a perfect ball.
Took it away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last question. Between 2 guys, it's almost like that's old hat for you. I mean, there's 2 guys. The throw kind of splits them, and then you make an incredible.
Yeah.
That's because it's like it's a lave time. I mean, it really is. I mean, you know, tight game.
Yeah.
We're 17. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. It was a great play call by Coach Day, and we executed on the field. And like I said, Justin threw a perfect ball. He saw the safety coming over to me, and he threw a back shoulder. So I had to go up and get it and make that play for my team.
Thank you, Chris. Were you hoping to get a punt at all today?
Yeah, I was hoping, but.
How we want to.
And another major test coming this week?
Oh, huge. I mean, like I said before, they have a tenacious defense. They run to the ball. They play hard. I mean, a few good pass rushers, so we're looking forward to the challenge.
On paper, this game means nothing. You already clinched the Big Ten East, but I got a feeling this doesn't mean nothing.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, this game is the biggest game on our calendar every year. I mean, it's our rival. It's the team up north. So definitely not just looking past this game to the Big Ten championship. We have all eyes on Michigan, our team up north. Okay.
Do you have to do 10 right now?
No. I don't know. I'll see. Yeah, no problem.
We asked you so many questions about what your emotions would be running out of the tunnel. I feel like we need to follow up with, okay, what was that experience like since the power was out and there was that almost the best thing for you since? I
mean, I was just really locked in. I mean, I was appreciative of the opportunity to, get honored as a senior, and but I was just so locked in that it was hard to focus on, I guess, being a senior, being in my last game in the shoe. And I think it'll affect me a lot more later rather than earlier, but yeah.
Have you seen your fiancé and kid yet?
Not yet. I'm going down to see him after this.
Do you think that's when the emotion will hit you?
Maybe. It might be when I just get home and sit down and realize, like, wow, that was really my last game in the shoe. So I don't think it's really hit me yet at all. So I think it'll probably later than that.
Ask 50 more questions about it. Do you think we could make you cry?
Probably not.
Brandon, we ask guys like you
Thank
this
you.
stuff all the time. When did it really sink in for you when you got here about Ohio State, Michigan?
Probably the first year. I'd say during the season in the first year, because I mean we have, of course, all those workouts. You know, the team up north at the end of our workouts during the summer, but just seeing the approach to that week. I guess being on the scout team in 2015, it's. I mean, there's nothing like it. I mean, it's the game in college football. It's the rivalry. It's the biggest game every year for us and for them. And so, I guess probably a year ago, or the first year. My bad.
Growing up, I mean, did you? You know, it was on TV sometimes, but like you didn't really care about it, right?
No, I mean, no, I didn't really know too much about it at all before. I mean, I grew up in Chattanooga, Tennessee, but I moved to Salt Lake City, and
people there didn't care, right?
No, I mean, it wasn't something. It was more. I mean, especially there, it was Utah BYU, another huge rivalry. So I didn't really know too much about it coming in here, but when I learned about it more when I was recruited. But yeah.
When did you learn you're not supposed to say Michigan? When do you guys get taught you're supposed to say Team Up North?
I think my first visit here in June of 2014. I think that was. I think I actually said it in Coach Meyer's office. So that was a great experience. He corrected me. I had to do 10 push-ups, something like that. So it was a fun experience to learn, I guess.
Do you ever feel like there's so many guys on this team now who aren't from Ohio? You guys from all over the country. Do you ever feel pressure to like act like that you knew about Ohio State, Michigan when you were a kid? You know, like, oh yeah, I was in Utah and Tennessee watching it every year, even though you weren't. You know what I mean?
No, I don't feel that pressure. I just, I mean, as long as I play great against the team up north and we get that win, I mean, I think that's all that matters.
Doesn't matter what happened when you were 8.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate you.
Yeah. I mean, J.K. has been a guy who's produced for us for 3 years, you know, and has been super consistent. And you know, I think he needed that. You know, he had some. You know, he gave the ball up. Was it 1 or 2 times? I don't know. It was once.
I think he was
one. Okay. Yeah, he gave the ball up once, and you know we put him right back in there because we all have faith in him. You know, as a player, and we knew he would take care of the ball after that. It was just one of those things.
How quickly do you turn the page on this?
Yeah, quickly. You know, obviously we want to enjoy this one, and you know that was a hard fought slugfest. It was, so we're going to enjoy it. But you know, as soon as tomorrow morning hits, I'm going to be on the film. So.
How much pride do you guys take in this rivalry? You've won 7 in a row, and you've dominated it in the better part of the decade. How much does that mean to you guys?
It means everything. You know, this is the biggest rivalry in all of sport, and you know we all believe in our hearts it really is. It's an absolute war every time we play. You know, nothing's ever given in this game. It doesn't matter what the rankings are. So you know, we know we're going to have a slugfest next week, and we're going to have to show up and play.
Thank you. You needed to stand next to me because it was not nice. Like, at all. They were chanting me.
That's a good question. Someone must, maybe JK's not?
They're good. Just want to make sure. Let's try to get in on the rest of this, I guess.
Yep. In the week leading up to this game?
No, same guy. You know, battled through the tough time, practiced. I saw the same guy we did against Wisconsin. Maybe a twitch faster.
You guys had Pete on Freiermuth for most of the
Yeah.
game, but then Wade a little bit.
Yes.
Like, what's the decision making in when you have a tight end like that?
Yeah, that's a good question because I've been thinking about that all week. So we kept going back and forth, and down, distance, field position, personnel. How's he doing? Because Pete's doing a good job. I mean, we weren't going to worry about a quick out route. They threw the one goal ball on him. Have total confidence in Pete. A couple times we switched it up just to give him a different look and put Sean on him, but just things based on down, distance, and tendencies.
And he's going to get some catches, but he didn't do anything to really hurt you.
No, just kind of like Hamler, right? He had 40, 45 yards. He's a good player. But I believe we eliminated most of the explosives in the pass game, and that's what we talk about. You can't get frustrated with a 5-yard catch or a slant, and sometimes I do just because you want to win every play, but you can't do that. Like, they're going to catch those on you. Just tackle them, line up, and play again because they're not going to drive the length of the field on us doing that.
There was a play, I think a run up the middle, maybe for like 13 yards. Jordan came up from the safety spot.
Great
and
play.
made the tackle.
That's,
and I said, that to me, I've seen that play hit Ohio State for 50-something.
Right. That's Jordan's the eraser. He has to erase mistakes. That's what he's done all year. I probably should total up the yards that he has saved us by doing that, but I'd love for one of you to be in that position with all green grass and a ball carrier coming at you full speed with no help. So think about that tackle for a second and the position that kid's in and how many of those he's made. That's impressive.
And that's when you're talking about you guys really have not given up the explosive
That's
this year. He's erased.
He's the eraser.
The potential of a lot of it.
That's right.
That used to be in the box where you
Two more questions.
We should.
TD save was in
That's a good point. I never even knew that. Two more, anybody, or am I good? We good? That's good. Thanks.